our apologies for this. So, ladies and gentlemen, first, before I get into that, bottom of the heart, I thank ISA, All India Agriculture Students Association, for this wonderful job in this lockdown times. You know, as such, ISA coming together, it's a great event in the country. But now in the lockdown times, using the time very productively, it is something very excellent initiative. You know, they are trying to connect various experts in the agri ecosystem and listening their experiences and getting connected and interacting. I've been watching on and off those programs. It's wonderful programs. And thank you, Isa. And thanks for Dr. Ashish Kandelwal, whom I got connected to Dr. Sai Kandama. And both of them are young PhDs, and they are connecting with other associates, all the agriculture and allied students and youth together. This is very much needed for the nation building and making a new India. Wonderful. Congratulations to all. So, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. And here I am representing two organizations and sharing our experiences through those two organizations. One is Interface Agriculture Technologies Private Limited. Other one is FAST, a not-for-profit Foundation for Agriculture Sustainability and Transformation. This works for the nation building through agri ecosystem. Yes. Then the interface, it is a one-stop management consulting enterprise for the agriculture industry. We work more on a social enterprise model. In fact, here, before I get into today's topic, I just like to share a few words. You know, I was working in the agriculture input industry way back in 2006, 2003 to 2006. I was working for Nagarjuna Group as a global business head for the international sales and sales development. That was the time I got connected with the Nagarjuna Management Center, Brahma Kumaris. Brahma Kumaris is the world level spiritual organization, which is very much centered in the Nagarjuna premises, sponsored and supported by Nagarjuna Group. So being an international business is not that you always travel across the world. You know, a lot of time is there in the office, making plans, thinking and looking at, and I was having little good time on the hand. So I was getting connected to these Brahma Kumaris, going there and learning new things about the life, purpose and all that. That's where I really got connected with understanding myself, you know, contributions and seeing the positive things in others and give back something to the society and make a difference. More than that, see a big picture of the life, purpose of the life. That is where I looked at. I think for good 30 years, I worked in the agriculture industry, traveled across from the grassroots to global. I thought this is the time I need to do something, give back to the society, give back to the industry, and give back to the domain where I have grown with. And yes. Hello. Hello. Yes. Any question? Hello.
No, sir, you can continue.
Yeah,
you can continue.
Somebody said something. Okay. That's where we thought, yes, let me give back to the industry. Then we started this Interface Agriculture Technology Private Limited in 2006. I quit my position there. But, you know, here the joy of sharing is we are the first in the country to introduce a skill development program for the rural youth, the people who have been past 10th class or class 12 or graduation, but unemployed, mostly from the rural background. Let's do something with that kind of our knowledge and our expertises. Then we started that program way back in 2006. We are first in the country to think of the skill development and employment for the rural youth, so that we stop the migration from the rural areas to the urban areas for small and sundry job, and the trained manpower can be used for the agriculture industry. So we just started this initiative in 2006, 7, 8, 9. We continued, but it was a tough task. Everybody was admiring, appreciating the initiative from the government, from the industry, but we could not really continue, sustain. We could provide, we could train them, we could provide employment to them. Most of the people are working, even today they are industry, they are in a very good position. Everything in the private sector, nothing reached to the government for any support. But sustaining, self-sustaining model, it was very, very difficult. We couldn't continue that thereafter. We ran for 3 years, but then we continued many other activities like people development and consulting and coaching, mentoring MSME companies and project management, as well startup, startups, mentoring, advising, and working with startups. That's a big thing we have been doing. So that's where we are into in the agri ecosystem with interface. As per as FAST, a not-for-profit Foundation for Agriculture Sustainability and Transformation concerned, when last 5 years we have been seeing a big change in the country, and everyone is talking we should make a difference in the agri ecosystem, and the doubling of the farmers' income. This has been initiated by our Prime Minister. Then we thought, yes, there is an interface as a social enterprise we have been doing, but something more there with our collective contributions to Pan India from, connecting with all our professionals, friends, and agriculture and allied system. Then we can work together with the purpose of giving back to the society and the nation building through an agri ecosystem. This is where the FAST has been at place. And we are trying to make our moves with the FAST. So this is about a brief on my activities as our activities on FAST as well interface. Yes, when coming to today's talk on the agriculture, agribusiness for Atmanirbhar Bharat, a self-reliance India, and in unprecedented times. This is the topic. This like to share my views on this with all of you today. Yes, Atmanirbhar Bharat, doubling of the farmer income. These are the two things in the agri ecosystem as big things. Yes, we have been working since last 5, 6 years on the doubling of the farmer income. Yes, but then things are happening. Okay, it's a 2022. Meanwhile, this pandemic has come and the whole world is in agog. We don't know what's happening, what is the tomorrow. But meanwhile, this Atmanirbhar Bharat has come. This blessing in disguise. Yes, we need to live with the corona, and there's no other option till better things happen. But yes, how do we move on here in the agri ecosystem? It's a challenging times, unprecedented times. It's not easy, but we need to make things happen. We will make it happen. Yes. Here I focus on 3 areas: one, the agriculture, agribusiness, and opportunities for the new opportunities, new avenues in the agriculture ecosystem, agriculture industry for the youth, for the startups, anyone. This is how we just proceed on this topic today. And when we talk about agriculture, when we see agriculture, we talk about agriculture, everyone talks about the pain, distress, farmer suffering. Anywhere they see farmers are losing. Yes, definitely they are losing. Farmers are not making right kind of returns on their efforts. Absolutely right. Labor is not available in the villages. They are migrating. Yes, these are the things, and many challenges associated with. We see the more pain with the agriculture. But again, when you start looking at the gains of the agriculture, keep pains. I mean, I'm not saying that there's no pain. That there is a pain. There is a suffering, and across the country we have been seeing that frustration, agrarian crisis in the country. That's where the doubling of the farmer income, the concept has come, and it was a laudable initiative by the Honorable Prime Minister. But when you also look at little quietly the positive aspects of agriculture development over the period, then there is a significant progress. I mean, one has to really appreciate the farmers, the whole stakeholders in the system. It is a significant development when we look at from Punjab to Kerala, Gujarat to Assam. You see the crops, you see the cereals, rice, wheat, then then fruits and vegetables, then crops like soya, then spices and condiments. You name it, it is there. There is a fantastic production, wonderful productivity, and the self-sufficiency in the agriculture. And the recent progress is cotton. Sometime back, probably 2 decades ago, we were thinking of cotton imports and all that, but we have become self-sufficient in the cotton, and we are the leading exporters. We are either number 1 or number 2. That kind of a position status we got into the agriculture. But this is all positive points, success stories. Then you look at the fruits and vegetables, pomegranate and grape. Grape, the Maharashtra farmers on the largest area of the grape grape cultivation. A decade back, they were not able to export. Even the exports of the grapes were come back. It was not accepted, the country where it was exported because of the residues and all that kind of issues. But the grape growers successfully overcome that problem. Today, the grape cultivation, the value addition, processing, and you see the wineries and all that in that area, not only the exports and the value addition taking place. And today Sula wine is a global brand. It's a fantastic thing. The same case is happening with the pomegranate. So these are very positive, highly appreciable points in the agriculture domain. At the same time, not only the agriculture, even allied, besides the fruits and vegetables, and even you see in the areas of dairy, the milk. It's not just Amul milk. We have been talking, Amul is a success story, but there are many other dairies are coming up very, very well across the country. They are doing extremely well. The recent example where people have been talking is a Karimnagar dairy, very close to the Hyderabad, is 150 kilometers, and it was not there few years back, let's say 7-8 years back. But then in the cooperative sector, that has come up, and it is a mini Amul is happening in Telangana. And there's many examples like this. Then the aqua, and you see wherever there is the aquaculture, it is under rapid development. Not only it is meeting the requirements of domestic, but it's also being exported, and other connected industries have developed very well, feeds and all that. So the agriculture, the horticulture, the dairy, the animal husbandry, then the aquaculture, these areas, you see a significant growth that has taken India position in a global scale, a significant level, and we have become by and large, we have become self-sufficient in everything except oil seeds, maybe pulses on when the rain-fed situations and the drought conditions and rainfall failure, those kind of things. Otherwise, we are pretty comfortable with our agriculture productivity and the success stories in the agri ecosystem with all the suffering. Yes. While we are celebrating these successes and this happening in India over the decades, and with all credit goes to the farmers, their untiring efforts, hard work, and we have to salute. They are the warriors. Not only the COVID times, they are warriors all the time. They are the feeding us. They are lifeline for the nation. Yes, but what is the pain side of this? When this success story is happening, there is a crisis. There is a farmer distress, farmer suicides, and we can't turn a Nelson eye to that. We need to accept that there is a crisis. Yes, what is the crisis? Why is the crisis? The crisis, what I see with my experience, last 40 years connected to the grassroots, is it is more of a small and marginal farmers, tenant farmers. We need to address that. And also the migration for the better employment in India and abroad, the able men left the villages. It is left to the old people and the small farmers, marginal farmers, tenant farmers. And this is where the genesis of the crisis. And this is not happening today. It is happening since the last 2 decades, but it has reached a proportion where we need to address on a war footing basis. Otherwise, there will be a disaster in the country. Yes. Then for this segment, the need of the hour is that what exactly our Honorable Prime Minister launched the doubling of the farmer income. That initiative has triggered chain reaction in entire agri ecosystem. We see the agri universities and ICR organizations and other farmer organizations and the government, state governments and the private sector are all coming together, joining hands to make a difference. But it has to really give its tangible benefits. Yes, but why this is happening? Why this kind of a crisis? What is there to be done there? The basic, the reason for this is there is a technology is available. Farmers know what to do, but management of the agri inputs and irrigation opportunities, then the availability of the credit and the right time, right advice, and farmer practicing this advice. These are the issues. There are many other issues. This cannot be discussed, but these are the major issues. Then how do we address these issues? That's where this Atmanirbhar Bharat comes in. This is the unprecedented times. It's the COVID times. But when we see across the world and in India, one segment which is not that affected, that is agriculture. The operations are moving on. Fortunately, our farmers have taken in the villages all the care and caution. They are better off today. Urban India is suffering, but not the rural India. And yes, there is a pain and suffering because of the lockdown, and farmers lost heavily, especially perishable goods, fruits and vegetables. That is untold suffering. Yes, how to mitigate, what to do, that is another area where governments need to think. But the silver lining of this activity is everyone looked at the agriculture. There is a interest in agriculture has been renewed. Yes, this is where there is a life. And this is what the food, and we need to get in, we need to contribute. That kind of a positive feelings have come in the people who are not even connected with agriculture. Very educated urbanites who are there in the major cities, they have been thinking, they are looking at, yes, we need to contribute for the agriculture and agri production, take the agriculture as agribusiness. This kind of a thinking is coming. It's a very positive thinking, and this probably may result into a reverse migration, from the urban to the rural areas, looking at the agriculture as an opportunity. That also gives a lot of strength and confidence to people who are already into the agriculture. This is a positive development I see in this pandemic times. Yes, but what need to do is, integrated crop management is one important area where we need to address. That's where it is missing. Fertilizer application, agrochemical application. Then these are the two things where it really takes a lot of farmers' resources, their monies. But indiscriminate usage of agrochemicals, excessive usage of fertilizers, these are really taking, making the farmer expenses go up, cost of cultivation going up. And not only that, now besides cost of cultivation going up, he doesn't get the desired results. So that integrated crop management, integrated nutrition management, integrated pest management with the right kind of irrigation and farm machinery, mechanization of the farming, and these approaches, besides that storage, then the cold storage, integrated cold storage chain. It's not only cold storage somewhere in the urban areas and all that, right? From the farm to that cold storage units, warehouses, the chain got to be integrated. That is a big thing, but that was a missing link. There is a development, there is a growth, no doubt about that. But at the same time, the growth when compared with this kind of India, it's like a subcontinent. It's a Europe in this country. Every state is a country in a Europe in this country. So that not happened all these days. But now Atmanirbhar Bharat, the kind of a support has been given to the agriculture and the agri-businesses and industry. I'm sure this will trigger, provided people come together and use things with the partnerships, with the collaboration. Just today, the world situation is that I just cannot do by myself. Or a multinational company or a large Indian company, they think they can do, they cannot do. Either government think they can do, no. You need to bring all the stakeholders together, whether it is the government and it's a private and it's a people, it's a large multinational or international, and the farmers, it's a public-private people farmer partnership. This kind of initiative can be made. And when we really integrate this entire mechanism with right kind of a use practices, right kind of a technology, timely services to the farmers, and with infrastructure developing, warehousing and cold storage links and market linkages. These are the things. And I'm sure, with this technology is available and the country India using technology for the benefit at the grassroots, I'm sure this will take short time, to reach this kind of a progress we have taken after independence 70 plus years. But I am pretty sure this will not take another 70 years. I am sure that things are going to be accelerated. Atmanirbhar Bharat is for that. What probably without that we would have taken another 10 years. I am sure with this it will happen within 5 years sooner, and we can see the benefits of happening definitely in 2020, and that gives the confidence and satisfaction to the people. Then the success is not only happens, it gets accelerated. That's what my take on the agriculture, the past success stories, even success stories of the current crisis and the solutions to the crisis. Yes, when it comes to the agribusiness and agriculture are interlinked. And in the country today, input industry very strongly developed. It's very robust. And agriculture success depends on the agriculture input industry. When we see fertilizers, nutrition, seeds, agrochemicals, irrigation, farm mechanization, and warehousing, when you see these all various segments and connected with the input and value addition. Here, when I need to talk here, all these industries are very strong economically. They are very robust. How did it happen? When it's all interlinked. When the agriculture doesn't take, it doesn't go well. This input industry doesn't go well. So this is all directly proportionate. So that means agriculture is happening. There is the money, there is a profitability, and that reflected on the growth of the agriculture input industry. You take fertilizers, agrochemicals, and seeds, but here a notable growth and development is the seed industry. Unlike fertilizers, where we got the technology from abroad, and agrochemicals is a completely 100% the technology, the new products, everything is from the overseas, from the multinationals. But the seed industry trade goes to the farmers. We need to salute them. We need to really talk this some other occasion. And today, the seed industry in the country, it is close to 25,000 crores. And we just cannot imagine. 40 years back, that industry was not there. That 40 years back, that industry was very small. It spread over from, I can say, Gujarat, Maharashtra, the combined Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu. Those are the 4 or 5 states where farmers, enterprising farmers. They are not very rich, multimillionaire kind of a farmers. A small educated farmers who have seen, education means, again, don't think that they are graduates, postgraduates from the university and abroad, local, but with a vision and common sense and looking at the needs and looking from the agriculture a business opportunity. They are the people who started the seed companies 40 plus years ago. Those companies are today, each company is doing 1,000 crore plus. we need to really talk those companies here in this platform for the inspiration of others, but I don't want to give a list of the companies. When you see Nujuveedu Seeds, I know the promoter, the chairman, the founder, promoter. The same is the case with Rasi Seeds. There's wonderful examples. Today, they are the globally recognized seed business companies. There are many. There's the two, just I've given an example, where they are just today from nowhere, 40 years back today, you see 1,000 crore companies and the multinational companies are coming, collaborating with them. And this paved way for this massive progress, robust development of the seed industry, hybridization. Then the multinational companies have come, the technology has come in. Unlike agrochemicals, the first and multinationals have come in with their products, innovations. Thereafter, the local industry developed, generic industry developed, reverse engineering, off-patent product manufacturing, those things happening. That's also a very robust industry today. Today in the agrochemicals, though we are not synthesizing, we are one of the largest manufacturers of the generic products and exporters, and it is meeting the Indian farmer requirements, and they are growing, and farmers are very satisfied. When you see this, here my emphasis for the seed industry is that it has completely developed with the indigenous technology, with the people here, when as a very small scale, their operation was confined to a few regions of the district, and a district solely, then they migrated to the whole state, few states, all India. Today, they are not only in India, they are even reaching global. This is the progress the country has done, the industry has done. There are success stories, many success stories. When we talk about this industry, then another success story in the recent times is the irrigation area. We know that we all know the Bakranangals, Nagarjuna Sagars, and Kaveri Delta. These are the big projects. We have been talking all through our childhood in the history. But thereafter, it's a large country. It depends on the monsoon, and monsoons are like a it's like a gambling. Then the pain. But then we all know that it has been suffering. Only solution is irrigation, micro irrigation, drip irrigation. But it didn't happen. For years, for decades, it didn't happen. But yes, the governmental supports and push and the pain and gain. Today, many companies have come up. The Jain irrigation is a success story. It was not there 20 years back. It's there in the sense a small MSME company kind of a thing. They are operating, struggling and suffering, maybe surviving. But today, Jain irrigation is a global talk. So my point of view here is there are successes. Not only the agriculture successes, there are also agri input industry and connected with the agriculture. There are many industries. Once it was very small, started in a particular area, it confined to a small geography. Today they have grown, they have made big successes. So with Atmanirbhar Bharat, not only their success gets accelerated, and we see they're reaching, meeting the requirements of the farmers here, local requirements, local demands, and they also play a big role in the export that is going to happen with the specialty fertilizers. They are going to happen with the agrochemicals. It's going to happen with seeds. It is micro irrigation in many areas. Yes, we need to strengthen our operations in the farm mechanization and value addition and cold storage. This is a long way to go, but we need to do. But at the same time, when we see the successes with this kind of industry, there is also tremendous pain. Tremendous pain. There's a lot of suffering with micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises, MSME industry in the same segment where I am talking about crop protection, crop nutrition, and then seed, then irrigation sector. They are really struggling. They are bleeding. They are literally, we are connected very closely with that MSME segment of agri-input industry. We provide a lot of services, and social enterprise more, and a humanitarian approach is more, and the compassion grounds are very, it drives the compassion. Compassion, our connected drives rather than the commerce. So when you see this kind of a pain, then what is the solution? When everybody is happy, the nation prosperity, happiness quotient goes up. Then that is the success story. But it's not only few companies are successful. Yes, we are happy. Not that everyone got to be successful and they say, I'm happy, I'm joyful. That kind of a success happens only with MSME companies develop, and from the bleeding, suffering, struggling, they go to the profit making. There is a joy. So this Atmanirbhar Bharat again has given a lot of concessions to MSME companies in the credit, finance, and other facilities. But it's not only giving, these companies need to make use of these benefits. And here, this again, I have been reiterating, this collective contributions and cooperation is the key technology drives. And these MSME companies need to really understand how to do that. Then the real success acceleration happens, and self-reliance in the country, in the agriculture area takes place. When I talked about agriculture and agri-businesses, the both pain and gain, now next, since all of you are very young professionals, pan-India from agriculture and allied sectors, I need to talk about the business opportunities. New business opportunities. Yes, our times, the moment you finish your agriculture undergraduation, post-graduation, or a PhD, people were looking for appropriate jobs in the government and the universities or corporate sector or banking sector. That was the thing. What is a colossal brain drain of the resource? Why do you need a bank, agriculture professional in the bank just to lend the money and collect the money? And the same thing is in the agriculture input industry. To sell and collect money, you don't need a expert professional, but the professional services got to be somewhere. But those days situations and necessities drove the people for that. But today, the country, we are no more that kind of a state. We are today on the global platform. We are talking very proudly is happening India, incredible India. Yes, and people are confident, and technology is there. Government wants to do, government wants to accelerate successes, and the people also want to take risk. Now, that is the time where all of you, the young professionals, graduates, postgraduates, and research scholars, PhDs, and not only agriculture, veterinary, and animal husbandry, fisheries, and home science. There are many, agriculture and allied, the experts are there. This is a wonderful opportunity. This decade is for you. If you really think of, yes, I am looking at as an enterprise. I want to be an entrepreneur. I need to be a successful entrepreneur in this era, in this time. Then this floor is yours. No other country you find this kind of a wonderful opportunity the way you see in India. I've traveled across the world. I've been traveling, every year I keep moving different countries, and I see, when you go for a job, you are happy, but after some time that happiness question comes down. You need to do something. You see the vacuum, but you are the entrepreneur. You are creating the success. You feel good, and you create employment. That's a thing. What I just talked about. Seed business companies 40 plus years back, a small companies are struggling with a crore to post. Today, 1,000 crore companies. That's kind of a thing you can also do. Yes, is it possible? Yes. Certainly it is possible. So I want to list those 4, 5, 6 areas where the youth today in agriculture, they can come in, and you can be a very successful entrepreneur. But yes, it's not easy. Rome is not built in a day. It doesn't happen just you are there, like you take the first month pay from the corporate. It doesn't happen. You need to toil. You need to go. You need to work hard. And then you see the success. The success is multiple success. So then one of the few areas I list here for your benefit here. And one is a biological products. That means, agriculture, you need crop nutrition as well pest management. And we are today talking about across the world, people are talking about safer methods and environment friendly products. And there is a significant enthusiasm, interest is being developed across the world, developed countries from Canada, United States, North America to Europe and India, even countries like African countries like Kenya. So there is a significant enthusiasm for the biological products. As I mentioned earlier, agrochemicals in this country, no synthesis has taken place till now as far as the agrochemical concern. But whereas biologicals, you have a wonderful opportunity. Why it has not taken place in this country? Why we are only looking at only active ingredient manufacturing or off-patent product manufacturing? Because synthesis of a molecule is very expensive and R&D is highly cost-oriented, time-consuming. You need a lot of technology, a lot of resources. That didn't happen in that field. But contrary to that biological area, again, it's the same application. Is that your consumer is the farmer and the target is the same crop, same insect pest, same disease, or same nutrition requirement. So this biological area, biological products, it could be a crop nutrition product, it could be a biopesticide, a insecticide, a fungicide, or a bacterial side, or even a weedicide. It's a new technology, biological weed control. This is another advanced area. These are happening. So that India is a wonderful place. When we have technology, we have a wonderful pool of agricultural scientists with fantastic knowledge and enterprising skills in people like you, and the government supports, and which was not there. The government support and this enterprising skills were not there. We didn't talk in this country. So, but now the Startup India, Make in India, then Atmanirbhar Bharat, and there is a renewed interest in the ICR system. The people who are working already or who are retired, eminent scientists are there. I have a wonderful connect with right from Punjab to Kerala, from Gujarat to Assam, and even Meghalaya and all that. It's a fantastic pool. And that's where you get in with kind of a thought, a discussion, and set up a biological innovative product manufacturing, and you will be meeting the requirements of the local farmers. You will be giving a right product, safer product, environment friendly. Not only you will be meeting the local requirements, you will be picked by the large multinational. They may look at you for a joint venture, a partnership, and these kind of opportunities, and the success happens. But as I said, it doesn't have, nothing will happen overnight. You need to work, you need to put that kind of a effort. This is one area I request all of you can explore. But then try to team up, 3-4 people together from different parts of the country. When this kind of a platform, ISA gives opportunity, one person from the North India, one from South India, one from West, one from East. Then when one is an agronomist, one is a chemist, one is a soil scientist, and one is the technology person, horticulturist, or a agriculture engineer. So when this kind of a thing comes, the talent pool comes within, and there are excellent facilities so you can work, and incubation centers and advisory mentoring services. Even we are providing that mentoring services completely without any commerce, without any profit interest. Only nation building is the key. We have that connect. We know the people, where is happening, what is happening. We can connect all of you to the right sources that can happen. Even today, you see, in India, there are many biological companies, which were basically chemical distributors and companies. They moved away. They have seen the vision. One is the T. Stenson company, other one is the Tropical Agro Systems, and there are large chemical companies. Other one, even MSME companies, one AgriLife and the AG Bio. These companies are there, Sri Bio. They were basically chemical companies, but they moved into the biological area, and that extremely doing with not only doing and many joint ventures with foreign companies and large Indian companies are happening. And these are not that they are the 30-40 years old companies. These are new companies, what I mentioned, AG Bio, AgriLife, these kind of things are just recently, last 6-7 years. And big European biological companies have come for partnerships. And this is a success story. When, gentlemen, I say all of you need to look at. Another area is, I know I am going very rapidly because of our time constraint. We have already taken your time, but anytime you can reach me. We are at your service. Your success creates joy for us. So the other one is safe foods, organic foods, residue-free foods, and this is across the world, and India is no exception. Everyone is looking at residue-free food, organic foods. How does it happen? Who has to produce? It's not easy. And we talk everywhere organic. It is not organic. It creates a lot of technology, a lot of time, a lot of effort from the farmer, a lot of support from the technical experts, and that happens. But there is a huge opportunity within the country and exports, fantastic exports to Europe and United States and India. Once you start doing, the demand for the country itself is going to be very high. Today you ask every homemaker wants organic foods. But how do you get organic foods? Not only urban areas, not the metropolitans, major metropolitans. You go to the secondary, tertiary towns, people are asking organic food. I surprised. I laugh with them. Oh, where do you get organic food? What do you want? I keep, they say, how come you are from the agriculture, you talk about, but that's a reality. You can't produce that kind of a thing to meet the 130 crore people of this country, the organic kind of a thing. But yes, there is a possibility, there is happening. There's a like 24-letter mantra kind of a companies set up, and they've been working since last 17, 18 years. They made a mark for themselves. This kind of a thing can happen. It's just not one 24-letter mantra. You can create thousands of those kind of organizations in your own ecosystem. One is organic produce, and then also residue free. Not everything cannot be organic. We need to understand, we need to manage the insect pest, we need to manage the fungi, we need to manage bacteria, and crop needs inputs, fertilizers, nutrition, and all that. So you need an integrated pest management. That way you can, one area is organic area where nothing you do this, only you get whatever you get, you pay a higher price you get, but at the same time, entire the country, Kashmir to Kanyakumari, Attack to Cuttack doesn't happen with that organic. We need to have integrated approaches, integrated crop management, integrated pest management, good agriculture practices. Then ultimately what happens is you get a right product, no residues, safe food. People will be happy. So that is a very opportunity for you. You need not really do, you need to come pull together 4 or 5 people together and work in a geography, whatever you look at, entire Northeast today, the government of India is giving a tremendous focus for the Northeast and development, and Northeast a virgin area. Except barring Assam, the bit of a tea, rest of the areas is open for you. You can see organic production by entire wonderful Brahmaputra River Valley. That what is that? That river valley, Majuli. So this so much of a opportunity. One person has come to me a few years back that he is doing something in the Central University from Assam. He is looking at some organic kind of a cultivation in that river valley system of Brahmaputra, Majuli. Those things, there's a wonderful opportunity. At least I was happy that time. Somebody has come from Northeast looking at that, is in Hyderabad, is thinking. So these kind of opportunities are now plenty, and the governmental support is there. That what is there, you are accessible. Earlier days, you were not accessible. Now you are able to go. Government is pushing things and integrating development in the entire Northeastern India. This is another big opportunity for you to explore Northeast. Not only this, even honey, Meghalaya honey and that silk of Assam. Those are very, very specialty products which commands a global preference, a price. Those you need to, I think that Assam, the silk, Moga silk, if I'm correct, these kind of things you need to really look at, explore. That it should not be in the history books to read, wow, this is Meghalaya honey or Assam, Brahmaputra River Valley. We need to explore. And that is where as a youth you can do. And you are the builders of this nation. And nation building happens with you. Yes, our experience is there, but your efforts and hard work got to be there. When you integrate both, and that becomes a hybrid, and that becomes success, and the government push is there, and then financial supports are there, technology supports are there. So gentlemen and ladies, look at this opportunity pan India. I'm not just looking at only Northeast. I emphasize the Northeast, but this opportunity is there across the country. Then value addition, this is big, but value addition, food processing, that's also there. I mean, it's not that it is everything is the domain of famous and rich and wealthy. Everyone can look at it. People can come together. But this, with the government of India's complete current Atmanirbhar Bharat opportunities, warehousing and cold storage, that's a opportunity for all of you to look at. Again, land banks, huge land banks are there. Land changed the hands over the decade. You know, this last decade and started 2 decades ago, but last decade the land shift one hand to other hand was massive. Today, land banks with wealthy people are huge, but the land banks are barren. They don't know what to do. Yes, that's where you can also look at a kind of a very proactive win-win model, kind of a win-win. Yes, they have the money, they have the land, but you have the technology, you have the know-how, how best those land values, land parcels across the country can be brought into the agriculture and make it productive, and the benefits are shared. This is a huge opportunity. By doing this, you need to have a very innovative model. You know what? Not only you do that, you also influence the ecosystem, the surrounding 100 kilometers or even 2-3 districts, that area, you influence your doings there in the land bank. Then what happens? You become the center of attraction, and then people look at you, you provide the technology, know-how, then this whole thing, then you all can connect directly to the retail, Reliance, Spencer's, these kind of things, avoid middlemen. Lot of possibilities are there, lot of things are there. Then another area is farmer producer organizations, the small and marginal farmers and the big and rich farmers. And for, when you work in this kind of a land banks and working organic areas, organic crop production are, good agriculture practices, producing safe foods. That's where, farmer producer organizations play an active role. NABARD is very key in the, again, it all happens with the government of India support. That's there, but that's not happening. That farmer producer organization growth, the way it is not happening, the way it is envisaged. It's happening probably certain areas of Maharashtra, maybe here and there in Karnataka, some in Madhya Pradesh, but definitely it's not happening in South India and many parts of North India. But that can happen, provided people, youth comes in, work hard, explore, and see what best opportunities are there, how you can explore to meet the tomorrow's requirements and sow the seeds today, kind of things. This and in the new business opportunities, the technology, drones, apps, digital applications, e-commerce, many things are there. These are the things you need to look at. What is there for me? Yes, I just want to be an employee. You have option. You can go, you get the job. All agriculture and allied professionals, there is no unemployment. Whether in the government or in the universities, ICAR system or the banking sector, private sector, there is always job. Absolutely no problem. But you want to do job plus something different than the job, something different than the employment. Yes, there is opportunity to be an entrepreneur. You can create a wonderful enterprise. What I've been talking about, 4-5 areas. But it's not only this. There's many other things are there. And I just want to say here, if I go on talking, there's no end. But before I conclude, I just like to also share my thought. The corporate social responsibility, the CSR initiatives. It is the government has made this wonderful initiative, making you to give back to the society something from your profit, your turnover. Yes, people are doing. Everybody is sincere and they are making wonderful contributions for CSR. But when it is coming to the agriculture ecosystem, the companies who are making their sales, their profits, their turnover from the ecosystem, the agri ecosystem, the farmers and that area, that money they are spreading across the country. They are not giving back that money 100% to the the villages, rural areas. That is where is one of the inherent stumbling block. In fact, I have been airing my views very openly without mincing words in different platforms on the social media and the professional media, and when one-on-one meetings with different stakeholders. I've been saying that CSR monies where a agriculture business company, whether agrochemical company, fertilizer company, seed business company, farm mechanization company, or irrigation company, or value addition, food chain, cold storage, when your source of income is the farmer and you are getting the monies from the farmer, your CSR money has to be spent, majority of the money. I don't say I am not the person to decide where to spend the money, but it is a moral responsibility, social obligation to spend at least significant monies of 75 to 80% back to the farmers. That change this entire canvas of the agriculture. That is where you need the farmers to be strengthened, farmers need to be empowered, farmers need to be equipped. This will happen only with this kind of a CSR initiatives, reaching to the farmer, and the MSME companies move from the bleeding, suffering, struggling to profit making, happy and smiling profit making to stage. And these initiatives of the government reaching to the farmer, the producer, then farmer is happy. The result is the consumer, you and me, are happy. Then this will definitely happen, and this is need for the nation. When we need to bring a new India with a nation building through agriculture ecosystem, this is a must. This got to happen. This is a multi-pronged approach with the partnerships and collaborations. And lastly, when you set up a new business, new enterprise, you need to get inspired by two Indian organizations. Don't take so many things available, the management books and Harvard's, IIMs and Stanford's and ISBs. There are a lot of things are there. A lot of people like us keep talking, but you need to take just two companies into, keep that, never forget them. That's your Bhagavad Gita. What is that? One is ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. They have created a miracle in the global platform. That is the only, that technology is the domain of rich and famous, very few developed countries. And when we have been struggling all through in India just to survive, that is so, they have made miracles. Amazing, awesome. How did they do? They didn't have that kind of a funds. And neither governments, yes, they said they didn't discourage, but neither there is no money when compared with their NASA, their Japanese, or their European counterparts, France or anywhere. Where are they all these days? Even I was going through, driving my Jeep way back 40 years back in front of that, ISRO. There's nothing. You can just get in. I'm talking about 1978, 79. But today they are most preferred organization. So technology, the commitment, passion, dedication, hard work. These things are required. Money, yes, important. But how you manage with the limited resources on hand as a new entrepreneur, as a startup, you need to get inspirations from our great organization ISRO. Salute to them. This is not a thing. The moment you look at it, we all get emotional. That feeling of nation that comes in as that's one ISRO. Then other one is, any guess? The other one is Patanjali, Baba Ramdev. What? Few years back, he was not there. Nobody knows who is Ramdev. But today, Ramdev is a global brand. His Patanjali products gives a 10,000 crore turnover. From dishwasher, toothpaste to honeys and autos, you name. You need not go anywhere. It's just Patanjali. It meets your 100% requirements of your home. And how does it happen? It's not any new product. No new innovation. The herbal, Ayurveda, all those things are there. There are other companies also there, but how does those companies are somewhere a small, here and there they are targeting, they are handling, meeting the requirements of a small fraction. But today, Patanjali, you see in Mukh and Karna, not only India, abroad it is there, overseas it is there. Not only Western world developed countries, in the across you go, you see the Patanjali products. How is that it's happening? So the reach and the relationship, the Baba Ramdev, the brand he created, the way you reach the minds of the people, not the reaching, how you position yourself in the mind. That's the thing. And then relationship, he connects with his yoga, makes people smile, makes people healthy. And a Patanjali product, the feeling is, it's a similar product, but the feeling is, yes, I'm using a healthy product. That has come, the relationship, the reach, the brand, and the ISRO's technology, Patanjali's reach and relationship, you blend and create a hybrid, and you take that as a business model. and business mantra, then success is yours. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's appropriate on my part to stop at this moment. Yes, any questions, anything, please, people can reach me. And you are always welcome to reach me anytime. We are here at your help. Your success is our happiness. Thank you very much. Dhanyavad. Once again, all kudos and applause to ISA for this wonderful job they are doing and wonderful opportunity for me. And I don't know this technology hitch and I try to do, but how it has come and all that I'm not sure. But a big thank you to all of you, all the participants and the ISA organizers and Dr. Ashish Kandelwal and Dr. Saikant Dama once again, and wish you very best of luck and all the best in your new endeavors and your journey. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the progress, and we are with you in Success Creations. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for giving very nice talk. Thanks a lot. Sir, we received some questions. Can I ask?
Yes, I need to go. Where is that? I am not seeing the chart in my thing.
No, sir, it came on the Facebook, so I will ask from there.
Okay, you will be asking me. Okay,
yes, I will ask.
You can go ahead. You can go ahead.
Sir, how agri graduates can become job creator rather than job seekers in today's agro ecosystem?
Yeah, that's where actually my talk. Thank you. That's a good question. But that is where these wonderful opportunities are there in this country. Now, I can say last 7 years, these kind of opportunities have come in. One, according to me, one need not look at a job. He can be job creator. And that's where I've been talking about the areas where you can look at opportunities in the biological area. And one is the biological product innovation, research and manufacturing. That is a big opportunity. And ICR system is supporting very well. ICR, NOM, AIDEA, NOM, there is the incubation centers are there. And they provide that support. ICRISAT is there. And Triple IT, there are many organizations in the country, and many agriculture universities also, they have that incubation centers, and people, they should go there, reach there, connect, get the information, and they can also reach people like us, what they can do and all that. And that is wonderful opportunity if they have some kind of a time, not looking at a ready-made solution. Today I have become a entrepreneur, I should make money, that kind of a feeling, leave it, take few years time and getting into the research, biological product innovation and research and manufacturing. It will be a success story, a sure success when they come out with the new molecules. The reason is whole world is looking at, and the Indian farmer, Indian progressive farmer is also looking at a safer products for the crops, for himself and for the environment. So that is wonderful opportunity, and ICR system is very open for that. And the government of India's benefits for the startup India and the banks, some financial meetings can be met, and the people can also reach, already people who are in the industry business for the partnerships. Those kind of opportunities are always there. Not only that, biological area, organic crops, safe for foods, technology areas, innovations like, drone technologies, then the exports of things, and a cluster-based approach, value addition and exports, like a turmeric, that curcumin. Today it has become turmeric latte, turmeric coffee, turmeric thing have become a global thing. Even brands like Starbucks have that kind of a brands. And but turmeric, we are the major producers, and one, an entrepreneur, enthusiastic entrepreneur can look at that, explore that opportunities and complete end-to-end solution and export. And also there is a technology extraction of the curcumin. There are new technologies are there. People can look at those kind of things, but a lot of scouting, a lot of networking and learning need to be there. But this era, this decade is for the agri entrepreneur rather than employee.
Sir, another question is, as a skill component and technology transfer expert, what should be the plans of the technologist extension experts to take to the farmer?
This is a technology extension, both are required. It's like hybrid. technology, you can reach farmer faster. For example, digital platforms. Digital platforms today, everyone is having a smartphones and people are very familiar with WhatsApps and all that. I think across the world, Indians are the largest users of the WhatsApp. And so that we can reach the farmer, the technology provider and the extension, this together come with that. You need to provide a solution. Technology provider can only give you the technology, but you joining hands with a real expert in that area, agriculture expert, together provide a right solution. A fertilizer, right crop for that agroclimatic zone or for that particular land parcel. Then based on the soil analysis, soil sampling, people can really reach without personal intervention. At least the guidance can happen through technology with expert. So, but this blending is required, and they need to be sincere. And another thing is, till now in India, agriculture technology, agriculture services are free, whether it is given by the government or given by the corporate or not for profit organizations, it has been given free. And farmer has not paid anything for the services. So one has to keep that in mind when you are coming with some kind of a services. This one cannot generate immediate revenues, but over the period it may happen in the commercial agriculture. When the large land owners are coming to the agriculture, definitely they can offer to pay, like what's happening in the pomegranate farmers and grape growers and seed producers. Definitely those areas, commercial agriculture and people are making payment, farmers are making payment. Those areas people can make use, but it takes some time, but it's a needed initiative. And governmental support is also there. But at the same time, the digital platforms are not getting that kind of a commercial success. Even we are mentoring one organization last 3 years, which was incubated at ICRISAT and IIIT. We are connecting them to the commercial organizations and the large governmental agencies and the people, but they are just making, but the enthusiasm is there. They are surviving, but that you still need the commercial breakthroughs.
Yes, sir. And what is the suggestion that you want to give that how student association like All India Agriculture Student Association can work in close association with industrial in a collaborative way?
Oh, yes, Dr. Ashish Khandelwal.
Yes, sir.
I'm very delighted to see you. You are a glamorous, handsome face. Handsome you. Very happy.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. And congratulations. I said in the beginning, the congratulations for, initiating this ISA. This today, we need to do things differently. What we have done 70 years for this country is a history. And we need to do things differently. Then only we can build a robust India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, a new India. That's where this ISA has a big role to play. And the nation, the changes can only happen with youth. I have 40 years of experience from the grassroots, a remote place where there's no power, no road. 40 years back, I traveled on my motorcycle and on my Jeep and driving by myself. And today travel across the world, whether Europe, North America, South America, everywhere I've seen. But today, I cannot do the same thing what I've done 40 years ago. The youth, people like you, have to come forefront. Yes, but we have wonderful experiences and expertise. It is like our experiences are like Stanford, Harvard, Wharton, ISBs, IIMs. I always say it's nothing less. We may not define the terminology, nomenclature, but our experiences are needed for the country, needed for the people. So you blend your energies and the country's happenings and our experiences, and ISA can do a wonderful job. Today you can connect. Today, how can you reach the farmers? We are talking about organic or safe food production, or reaching, making the farmer suffering reduced, mitigated with the farmer producer organizations. That's where when people like you can come forward, you can collaborate with the large companies, Indian companies, and farmer organizations, not for profit organizations. So where there is a power, there is enthusiasm, there is energy, there is a young men and women, So then you see 4 people from ISA, young men and women, a agriculture graduate, a technology expert, a home science expert comes in and works in a district or a mandal area with organizations like other good not-for-profits or governmental organizations. Even we have created a FAST, Foundation for Agricultural Sustainability and Transformation, a not-for-profit to give back. When you come together, you can transform entire that ecosystem because you can create the confidence, you can reach, and people see you going, reaching, and you then once they develop, you become a Patanjali, you become a Baba Ramdev. ISA becomes a Patanjali. May not be in the product and turnover, but your reach and relationship and your success creation. So that's a wonderful opportunity. And as such, you are progressing. And ISA today, I see you are positioned very well. And this initiative in this current pandemic times, what you have done, reaching various diverse people in the agriculture industry, making them to talk, speak, share their experiences itself is a fantastic initiative. It doesn't happen. Even a person, it's like doing a semester program in 2 months. And people really who are participating, they take that, assimilate, they take the summary of various people who have talked, who have shared, and this that becomes an assignment, a thesis for a PhD. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. And ISA will try to connect with all the industries in a collaborative way by taking the youth of this country as well as the agriculture students from all different subjects in a unified way. So thank you very much, sir, for giving a very nice talk on the ISA platform. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Ashish Khandelwal. But I'm extremely sorry on that tech glitch, which really taken our good time, your time, and my time, and we made people to wait for some time, and we could not get connected. But thank you very much. I am all joyous, and you guys enjoy the progress. All the young boys and girls and men and women. What my suggestion is, don't look at tomorrow and worry too much about that. And the past is a history, and future is a mystery. Be in the present and be pleasant in the present, and enjoy the progress, enjoy your contributions, and don't look for the immediate result. Keep doing your job sincerely, thought, word, and action. Continue the efforts like what Lord Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Karmanye Vadikaraste Mahapaleshu Kadachana. You do your job sincerely with thought, word, and action on the work, on your activity. The results automatically will come. You enjoy, you celebrate. And you celebrate, we celebrate. Thank you very much, Dr. Ashish.
Okay, thank you, sir.